What's going on everybody? Jam is here back with another Street Fighter V video. And this video here is the 5th installment in the matchup breakdown series where I discuss some important points regarding all of Mika's matchups in Street Fighter V. I'm making some steady but good progress when it comes to delivering these videos to you guys, and your support is always appreciated. I wanted to get this particular video out to you sooner, but I was in America for a couple days for the event known as Final Round, so apologies for the delays. Now we've gone through several matchups at this point, those being the Mika Mirror, Cammy, Bison and the Birdie matchup. Now for our next matchup video, let us take a look at how our buxom blonde fares against the first lady of fighting games, Chun Li. So the first thing we'll be taking a look at is standard at this point, and that is how Chun Li goes about punishing dropkick. The first option you are seeing here is pretty similar to the first birdie solution I showcased, and that is by using an array of buttons to thwart the dropkick. Chun Li has magnificent walk speed, so by using this she can position herself to be at a range where buttons like standing light punch, stand medium kick, forward medium punch, etc can stop the dropkick. Obviously if Chun Li mistimes any of these buttons, then she will most likely get crush counted. The next solution Chun Li has for the dropkick is back hard punch. Back hard punch is Chun Li's go-to crush counter solution to the dropkick, which she can get pretty decent mileage from. It's reliable and has a lot of active frames, and she can follow up with things like crouching hard kick, EX lightning legs, or even critical R if available at the time. So expect to see this option a lot from Chun Li. The third answer you are witnessing is Chun Li's other crush counter solution, and that is standing hard kick. This is slower and more risky than back hard punch, so you probably won't see it used as much, but it still has its uses, but more importantly it builds the V meter. The final answer I'm showcasing is none other than Chun Li's crouching medium punch. Crouching medium punch is probably Chun Li's safest option against the dropkick, as it low profiles the move completely. Now depending on how early or late Chun Li does crouch medium punch will determine whether or not she can combo from it. To get a guaranteed follow up from the crouch medium punch however, Chun Li will need V trigger available, either V trigger 1 or V trigger 2, as this will allow her to get properly rewarded for punishing dropkick, not to mention it's at low risk. So if either one of Chun Li's V triggers is available and you're thinking of going for a dropkick, I would strongly reconsider, as you could lose the game for it. The second thing I'll be discussing is always a guaranteed follow up to the first segment of these videos, and that is how Chun Li goes about anti-airing Mika. The first option being showcased here is Chun Li's go-to option against a lot of aerial attacks, and that is standing light kick. Standing light kick is quick and connects at a decent angle, but what makes this really good against Mika is that if she decides to use dive bomb to change her jump arc, standing light kick will recover before the dive bomb, therefore allowing Chun Li to block and get a punish. Now despite being significantly toned down from its season 1 version, I still feel standing light kick is a decent anti-air to use against someone like Mika. Another method Chun Li has to counter Mika's aerial approach is by using back hard kick. Now to use back hard kick as an anti-air, Chun Li has to be relatively close to the opponent due to its vertical hitbox, and when it hits, it creates a left-right mix-up opportunity. Regarding how back hard kick fares against dive bomb, despite having an amazing vertical hitbox, it can still lose to the body splash, allowing Mika a way in, so Chun Li needs to be extremely careful when using this option. Another option Chun Li has is by using crouching medium punch. Just like in the previous section of the video, crouching medium punch can low profile Mika's jump ins and leave her at some sort of advantage, but to fully capitalize on the hit, she will need V trigger. Think of this as a situational anti-air, but be mindful though, as this crouching medium punch anti-air tactic does completely lose to dive bomb. Chun Li has to be confident that Mika won't go for the dive bomb. The final option I want to show regarding anti-airs against Mika is one shown not too long ago, and that is back hard kick, except this time with the V trigger 1 effect. If back hard kick connects while Chun Li is in V trigger 1, it will cause her opponents to float, allowing her to get a follow up. This means Chun Li can net some serious damage. So as a Mika player, try not to arbitrarily jump in on Chun Li while she is in V trigger 1, as you could take up to 400 damage. Moving on to the third point, which is something that is not only annoying for Mika players, but can be quite annoying for the entire cast, and that is how to tackle Chun Li's general pokes. The first thing we are looking at here is Chun Li's forward medium punch. When facing her, you will definitely see this, as it's quick and annoying. Chun Li can only get real mileage from forward medium punch if she has resources, that being critical meter or V trigger. Personally, I would say not to challenge this every time you see it, as taking several of these can add up. But if you do want to challenge this move, then you can try it with punishing with stand medium punch into EX shooting peach, or even a buffered stand hard punch into heavy shooting peach. Either way, you have to be pretty close to challenge this, which puts you in range of the next normal I want to talk about, and that is Chun Li's standing hard punch. Standing hard punch is Chun Li's go-to heavy poke, does 90 damage and is generally annoying, because I'm sure you've all been hit by it numerous times, and the only real mileage she gets from this is with V trigger or critical R. Now at this point in time for Street Fighter V, people should have answers to Chun Li's standing hard punch, and Mika actually has a few decent ones. Buttons like crouching medium kick and crouching light kick can act as general pokes, while standing medium punch or stand hard punch can be cancelled into shooting peach for more damage and a better reward. The third button you should be on the lookout for is Chun Li's standing hard kick. This button isn't used as liberally as the previous two, but it can still be an annoyance if you don't respect it. Chun Li barely gets anything from this unless it's a crush counter or she's in V trigger 1. Now in regards to dealing with this, the first thing you need to know is that it doesn't connect against crouching opponents, only standing ones, so general crouching attacks will suffice against this. Just be careful you don't do them too late. And the last button you should be conscious of, I would say, is Chun Li's stand medium kick. Again, it's another normal that doesn't have the greatest mileage, needs V trigger to really make something happen, but it can still prove annoying. When it comes to dealing with it, it's pretty simple. A stand medium punch or a buffered stand hard punch again should do the trick. Please remember that Chun Li's normals do half the work for her. You have to understand the ranges and decide whether or not you want to challenge. This fourth point being mentioned is again something that is standard but still important, and that is how to punish Chun Li's EX spinning bird kick. EX spinning bird kick is an invincible reversal, meaning it can beat buttons or throws in a lot of situations. Now the important thing to note is that on block, EX spinning bird kick leaves Chun Li at -16. This means Mika cannot do a charged drop kick or a jump attack as a punish. So how does Mika go about punishing this move? The first solution is the standard crush counter Lady Mika combo. Not only will this build V meter, but it will take Chun Li closer to the corner. You net just under 250 damage by doing this. The second answer is a lot more difficult, but it's very rewarding, and that is by doing the stand medium punch forward hard punch counter hit combo. After blocking EX spinning bird kick, Mika has to micro walk so that she is a little closer to Chun Li, and then input the stand medium punch so that the forward hard punch is guaranteed to connect. This will take a while to get down if you want to do it. Now the final solution is more damaging than the previous two as it requires V trigger, but is a little easier to do, and that is by doing the stand medium punch stand hard punch into V trigger 1 activation combo. Just like the previous combo, Mika has to walk forward a few frames to make sure nothing whiffs, and then you just proceed to do the following V trigger activation combo. Make sure to call on the dash go from behind the opponent unless it's in the corner. Lab and memorize the situations Chun Li is likely to go for an EX spinning bird kick, and then practice these punishes. Just make sure Chun Li doesn't get away unpunished. The fifth and final point we have to discuss is something that will definitely happen in the matchup, not just for Mika, but for all characters, and that is how Chun Li likes to activate V trigger. The first common way Chun Li likes to go about activating V trigger 1 is by doing it from a crouching medium punch. As shown before on hit, crouching medium punch gets Chun Li good mileage, but on block however, things are completely different. Crouching medium punch into V trigger 1 is 0 on block, meaning Chun Li is neither punishable or at some sort of advantage. And that also means Mika can challenge with her crouching light punch, which results in a trade scenario. The next way you will probably see Chun Li try to activate V trigger 1 is from a standing hard punch. Standing hard punch is normally -5 on block, but with a V trigger 1 activation it becomes +9 on block, meaning Chun Li has huge frame advantage, so I strongly recommend that you don't try to challenge unless you have critical R, and just take the pressure, because you could take some unnecessary damage. The third way Chun Li likes to commonly activate V trigger 1 is from forward medium punch. Forward medium punch activation isn't threatening in the slightest, but still leaves Chun Li at +4 frame advantage, which is pretty decent in Street Fighter V. Usually this activation is done from relatively far out, but if she does this activation in your face, then don't try to contest, as it's a mix up between stand medium punch or a regular throw. Again, another situation where you just have to firm it. The final way Chun Li will activate in regards to V trigger 1 is by using her special attack Lightning Legs. The regular version of Lightning Legs into V trigger 1 is 0 on block, like the crouching medium punch activation. So if you see this activation, you can challenge. and this is mainly done to rectify an execution error or just to get Chun Li into the V-Trigger 1. However, if Chun Li does the EX version of lightning legs into V-Trigger 1, then instead of being 0 on block, she is left at +4 frame advantage, like the forward medium punch activation, which is fair because she's spending a bar to activate and maintain pressure. Again, don't try to mindlessly challenge, blocking is the best solution in this scenario as Chun Li has a hard time opening up her opponents in general. The other thing to mention about Chun Li's V-Trigger activations is how she likes to activate Kikosho V-Trigger 2. The key thing you have to remember about Kikosho is that no matter which way Chun Li tries to go into this, the frame data will remain the same. Chun Li will always be left at +2 frame advantage on block. Once the animation is done, Chun Li isn't within throw range, so you can actually sit there and take it. If you really don't like it, then you can V-reversal, but you may find that pointless in the long run. And that's pretty much it for the video, people. Hopefully by watching this, you understand the Mika Chun Li matchup a little more and you can go into this matchup with more confidence. This matchup has always been problematic for Mika, as Chun Li is very good at keeping characters like her completely honest. The grounded normals and the anti-airs make Mika think twice about her approach, and EX spinning bird kick can be a huge deterrent at times. Now, to reiterate a point made before, learn the ranges of Chun Li's normals as well as practicing punishing EX spinning bird kick. And finally, make sure you understand how Chun Li's activations work on block. Let me know how you felt about the video in the comments below. Was the information helpful? Did I miss out something that you felt I should have put in the video? All feedback is greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video and have not subscribed to the channel, then why not subscribe? If not, then thanks for watching anyway. I'll also leave my other social media outlets in the description below if you want to follow me on those as well. I've made a playlist for these matchup breakdown videos now, so the link to that will be in the description below as well. This has been your boy HC Jammers, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.